What if Slipstream was ultra powerful at Monza? So this is a follow-up to a previous video then where I said if you guys hit 5k likes and we'll release another video. Didn't quite hit 5k, but it hit 3.5k, which for the amount of views is unbelievable for me. It's now my 6th most liked video, so the hunger was real. Didn't quite hit the target, but I think I was a bit ambitious. So let's get into it then. This is Monza. We've got ultra powerful Slipstream. There's going to be 90% reduction in drag when we're very close behind another car. Normally it's 10% right behind another car. Of course, it does fade the further back you are. All we've changed is the amount that it overall reduces. 90% reduction in drag, and we're going to be hitting definitely the rev limiter, absolute top speeds, which is the same we did around Paul Ricard. This one's going to be Monza though, the temple of speed. We had to try this mod here. Going to be starting from the very back of the grid, this time in a Red Bull car, so we got a bit more downforce than last time when we did it in a McLaren. But anyway, I'm just going to pause the video very quickly there to ask you to please subscribe if you do enjoy this video. It does really help a channel on my size. Back to the video. On the back of the grid now then, starting 20th, I'm going to try and get a nice clean start and get straight into the slipstream of George Russell because it is going to be insanely powerful. Of course, everyone's got the same slipstream on this start, so it's not going to show hugely, although we've got a good run on Magnussen here. Going to try and go inside. We'll be able to do that with any slipstream. Yes, he will. Nicely, up to almost 360 kilometers an hour before we quite cautiously hit the brakes. Get up the inside, and everyone's really slow. Oh, no room there to go alongside George Russell. He was starting to turn in on us, so we gave him a bit of room. Anyway, on the exit now, I'm going to try and get past Kimi Räikkönen if we can. Again, getting some slipstream, using lots of overtake ERS mode, and there we go. He must have backed out of it there because just suddenly we just flew past him. Everyone has got the same amount of slipstream, of course. I should mention that everyone's got the exact same 90% reduction in drag when they're close behind another car. But other than that, all the other cars are exactly as normal. All the downforce levels and grip and all that sort of thing, weights, all the same as they would normally be for each respective team. Anyway, then coming through the second sector now, trying to get a nice run on George Russell. Coming down the back straight around Monza. Going to try and go on his outside so we get the slipstream on Giovinazzi. We're now both in the limiter though. We're now both in the limiter, so we're not... Oh, wow. That was... Oh, God. Carnage is occurring. That was seriously close there. We braked at our normal point, but for some reason Grosjean braked very early, so we had no choice but to go up the inside of him. Otherwise, we had a massive plane crash, and that then forced George Russell to go up the inside of him, or us rather. So pretty heavy there for Ascari. Got in an Alfa Romeo sandwich now. Getting a little bit squeezed on the inside, but managed to make it through and actually get the position somehow, despite being in the middle and certainly not the car that was leading at that point. But look at this, we're getting absolutely swamped. We were only in 50th to begin with. We're going to try some bump drafting here on Kimi Räikkönen, which we didn't do in our previous video, which actually has worked really nicely. We ended up getting ahead of the pack. We're going to try and outbrake him nicely, which we've managed to do. Very sweet there on the exit now of the first chicane up to P15. Now, luckily, the guys ahead were pretty slow for that corner. That's going to allow us to catch up a little bit because, of course, the slipstream is absolutely everything. Look at the mini-map. Look at the mini-map. There's about 1 million cars going into the second chicane. Might have exaggerated slightly, which is why they're all so slow going through here. It's going to concentrate on our exit, see if we can get a good exit. But no, everyone has a very similar exit. It looks like on the mini-map, one of the Ferraris is broken away. So it looks like he will probably be able to win this race because actually... Oddly, you are actually slower with this because you're just side by side more. You end up 3, potentially even 4 wide coming into some of the corners, and it's just so slow to go around a track like that, even though you're significantly faster in the straights. But of course, the leading car isn't significantly faster, so overall you would gain, but not a huge gain. Oh wow, diving up the inside of a load of cars there, get pushed onto the curb again. I braked at my normal point there, but they're braking really early because everyone in front of them is braking. Once again, you're going to get some slipstream here on Perez. That's nicely, and she's gone up the inside of Stroll. We're backing out of it, going to try and just sneak alongside him. Just backing out of there to stay as close to Perez as we possibly can. We gained about 5 positions there just by playing that quite smartly and going alongside a car that was near the front rather than just joining the pack. And look at that. Absolute slingshot out of the final turn there on our teammate as well. Going to try and defend, but he actually goes off track there. That surprised me. They actually chose to go off track to defend. Bit of contact there. Oh, well, ping pong time. So we hit Lance Stroll and then Pierre Gasly coming into the first turn, but managed to somehow keep it facing in more or less the right way. But anyway, trying to get a good exit now, trying to get past Stroll, going to steal the slipstream off Gasly, going to dive around his outside, can we get past all of these guys? But I think we can just enough room to squeeze between our rivals and the grass. And now we're going to try and catch the cars ahead. Once again, we need to get the slipstream. We need to bridge that gap between the two. We're about a second back, about 8/10 back or so, which is reasonable. We will get some slipstream from here, but not that much. So we need to try and push through these corners. We have, of course, got more downforce than Kvyat ahead, also less dirty air. Around about 6/10 back then as we get DRS, but it's not actually that effective. We can get to the rev limit even without the DRS with this amount of slipstream, but it is handy in this case because we have not got the gap to them, and they're having a bit of battle here. Oh, contact and in the wall, and we end up hitting Sebastian Vettel there, and that was a bit of a weird one. We were kind of turning, and then we had to hit the brakes, and because we hit the brakes, we just locked up and ended up keep on turning into him. We couldn't really have avoided that. The track was completely blocked when we hit the brakes pretty much. But anyway, getting overtaken once again there, so now there's another bit of a gap to the leading cars, unfortunately. Actually, there was a McLaren there. I think it was Lando Norris. Just flew past us. Real confidence, some serious balls on Lando Norris. Absolutely flying past us. And now he's fighting for P2. Look at him. He's in P2. Go on, Lando, lad. And look at this. Look behind us. It's just absolute carnage. How many cars is there in this pack now? There's probably about 7, maybe. 3 wide into the first chicane. That is not the fastest way to go around there. There's remain 3 wide all through it somehow. And again, we need to try and bridge the gap to the cars ahead if we can. Last race, we did lose a little bit of touch with the podium-paying sitters. I'm not sure that's just saying a podium-paying sitter. We'll go with it. Managed to get alongside Lance Stroll. But Pierre Gasly comes out of nowhere. He was not alongside Lance Stroll when I came up the inside of Lance Stroll. But as he just got the slipstream and just slingshot around his outside. God, too many S's in these sentences. But anyway, still alongside Lance Stroll. But look at that. He's getting his slipstream on Gasly. Pulling up alongside us. Going to try and get past him into that corner. Managed to do nicely. Pierre Gasly, we get DRS. He is not, and he's not going to get any slipstream. This should be a very, very easy move. In fact, we're going to lean. Keep our engine nice and cool. The engine does overheat quite a bit as we're in the rev limiter. It's not good for ending temps. As one of the force in is Lance Stroll dives up inside into Ascari. Very brave move there, but didn't quite manage to make it work. We're a second back now from Bottas. Still not quite getting the DRS in the leading pack, but luckily it looks like we've broken away a little bit, so I'm now going to back out of it just to try and get alongside this racing point of Lance Stroll so that I can hopefully slingshot past him and catch the leaders. That's my plan now. So here we go, down the long start-finish straight, flying past him, already 320 kilometers an hour before we even get to the start-finish line. DRS, he's now going to do the same to us probably. And see, again, as soon as you pull out the slipstream, you just lose all slipstream, and it just, you lose, you gain, what, 90% more drag. Well, more than that relatively, but you go from 90% reduction in drag to 0% reduction in drag. So it's really a huge difference. You literally will slow down. Even if you're on overtake, rich fuel, you actually slow down. But anyway, let's concentrate now. We've got a bit of a gap to the cars behind. Let's see if we can try and catch cars ahead as they battle. Look how slowly they are through the second chicane. And, well, we actually had to brake there. I was going to hit Valtteri Bottas. That's how much they've slowed down. We gained about 1.5 seconds through those corners. Trying to go outside, but no, not enough grip there. The Mercedes ahead have got too much grip. We have got a Red Bull, so it's not exactly a low downforce car. Bit wide there, just avoid the gravel though. DRS is now wide open, and we're just a little bit too far back. We're going to get swamped by the cars behind once again, but luckily we just get to the rev limiter. Going to try and get inside the Mercedes, but oh, Bottas, very aggressive there. I don't know if that was a defending move or an attacking move, but very, very aggressive stuff from Valtteri Bottas. Let's see if we can get them 3 more cars to overtake coming into the last turn. Bottas is going to go to the outside, so we're going to the inside on the grass. They're really aggressive stuff, so we can get to Lando Norris, who hasn't got the slipstream effect. Can we dump his inside? No. But can we get past him before the start-finish line? I think we can, as long as we have a nice clean corner. Valtteri Bottas hanging out straight on the outside. A little way back, 4/10 back. We need to gain towards the line. We should be able to do it. Hopefully run to the line, 340 kilometers an hour before we cross the line. We managed to take P2 in that race. Again, one of my favourite mods. I've done a lot of them. As subscribers to the channel will know, I have done a lot of these mods. And this is one of my favourites. Please subscribe if you're new, because we do lots and lots of these videos. This is definitely one of the more fun ones, but they're all fun. They're all good. Do subscribe to the channel if you love this sort of video, because this is what we do. This is how we roll on this channel. And there it is. P2, 1 minute 20.6. Actually, half a second quicker than the fastest lap than Charles. But considering he didn't have the slipstream for most of the race, that's a mega performance. 9 seconds back from him in the end we were, because you just saw it. We were just like 4 wide at points. It's just absolute insanity. Anyway, guys, thank you for smashing a like on the last video. I won't set a target for this video, but do hit like if you enjoyed this video, because we could potentially make some sort of series out of this. Maybe even do a little career mode on this. I don't know. Open to suggestions, but let me know what you'd like to see in the comments down below. Do hit the like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.